All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning, I'm Anuja Kumar. The headlines. India's lunar mission Chandrayaan-3 achieves another milestone, clears key test on functioning of satellite in space. President Droupadi Murmu to embark on a 2-day visit to Arunachal Pradesh to grace Statehood Day celebrations today. India-Uzbekistan biennial military training exercise DUSTLIK 2023 to begin in Uttarakhand today. In cricket, India to take on Ireland in ICC Women's T20 World Cup at Gqeberha in South Africa this evening, and BCCI announces Indian squads for third and fourth test match of Border-Gavaskar Trophy and ODI series. And now the news in detail. In a boost to India's lunar mission, Chandrayaan-3 has successfully underwent EMC, electromagnetic interference and electromagnetic compatibility. The EMC test is conducted for satellite missions to ensure functionality of the satellite subsystems in the space environment and their compatibility with the expected electromagnetic levels. In a statement, the Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO, said it is a major milestone in the realization of the satellites. ISRO announced yesterday that the test was conducted between January the 31st and February the 2nd at U.R. Rao Satellite Center, Bengaluru. The statement said during the Chandrayaan-3 lander EMC test, launcher compatibility, antenna polarization of all radio frequency systems, standalone auto-compatibility tests for orbital and powered descent mission phases, and lander and rover compatibility tests for post-landing mission phase were ensured. The performance of the systems was satisfactory. Chandrayaan-3 interplanetary mission has 3 major modules: the propulsion module, lander module, and rover. The mission's complexity calls for establishing radio frequency communication links between the modules. President Droupadi Murmu will be on a 2-day visit to Arunachal Pradesh from today. The President will grace the 37th Statehood Day celebrations of Arunachal Pradesh and attend a civic reception to be hosted in her honor by the state government at Itanagar today. She will address a special session of the Arunachal Pradesh Legislative Assembly tomorrow. Our correspondent has filed this report.
Arunachal Pradesh is celebrating its 37th Statehood Day today. The state during the British colonial rule and until 1972 was named as the North-East Frontier Agency, NEFA. In 1972, it became a union territory and was named Arunachal Pradesh. It was granted statehood by the State of Arunachal Pradesh Act in 1986 and became the 24th state of India on February 20, 1987. The main Statehood Day function of the state will be held at IG Park in the capital city Itanagar. President Srimati Droupadi Murmu will grace the celebration today. This will be her maiden visit to Arunachal Pradesh after becoming the President of India in July 2022. Rakesh Tole, AIR News, Itanagar.
Union Minister for Finance Nirmala Sitharaman will attend a post-budget discussion in Jaipur today. During the meeting, she will interact with various stakeholders, including representatives of industry associations, MSME bodies, startups and bankers. She will also address a press conference. The Finance Minister started this special outreach program from Mumbai on the 4th of February. She held post-budget discussions with various stakeholders in Hyderabad and Bhubaneswar and other cities. The objective of this outreach program is to gather feedback from the industry and other stakeholders on budget provisions and their implementation. The campaigning has intensified for assembly elections in Nagaland. The state will go to polls on 27th of February. Leaders and star campaigners of different political parties are aggressively campaigning for their party candidates. A galaxy of BJP central leaders are arriving to attend different rallies across Nagaland. A report.
Star campaigner and Assam Chief Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma will be campaigning for the candidates of BJP and NDPP today. Dr. Sharma will first address a public rally of NDPP YVK Hosu of 13 Pogupoto town under Zinepoto and leader for BJP candidate Munumbo Kikon from 40 Assembly constituency Bandare of Wakha district. President of Republican Party of India Athawale and Union Minister of State for Social Justice and Empowerment Ramdas Athawale will also be addressing a public rally at Sivini town today. Union Home Minister Amit Shah is also expected to arrive in Mon this evening and address a public rally. For AIR News, Asunyo from Kohima.
We spoke to the Chief Electoral Officer of Nagaland, V. Shashank Shekhar, about the preparations for assembly polls.
फिर लॉ एंड ऑर्डर की साइड से भी सारी एजेंसीज एक्टिव हैं. फुल इलेक्शन कमीशन ने खुद भी यहाँ पे नागालैंड में कोहिमा में आके विजिट किया. सारी एजेंसीज के कलेक्टिव एफर्ट से लॉ एंड ऑर्डर मेंटेन करने के लिए भी प्रिपरेशन की तरफ से 305 कंपनीज ऑफ सीएपीएफ टोटल यहाँ पे डिप्लॉय होंगी इलेक्शन के लिए. उस सारे इलेक्शन का लॉ एंड ऑर्डर को एडवांस प्रिपरेशंस के लिए प्लस स्टेट पुलिस तो पूरी इन्वॉल्व है. तो इस तरह से हर एस्पेक्ट को देखते हुए तैयारियां की गई हैं.
In Meghalaya, the high-profile Mairang Assembly constituency of Eastern West Khasi Hills district is witnessing a four-cornered contest this time. This area is famous as the motherland of great Indian freedom fighter Tirot Singh, who fought against the British rule and sacrificed his life. More from our correspondent.
The Mairang Assembly seat is currently represented by Speaker and the President of United Democratic Party UDP, Medba Lingdo, who is representing the seat consecutive third time since 2008. In 2018 Assembly election, he had defeated his nearest rival and People's Democratic Front (PDF) candidate Councillor Singh Walang by a margin of 2,920 votes. Around 35,000 voters will decide the political fate of four contestants. BJP has pitted Mark Rindley, Saukimai and Congress has fielded B. Rinthiang. This time two major parties NPP and Trinamool Congress is not contesting on this seat. Once known as the center of Khasi region revolt against British rule, the main election issues of Mairang are backwardness, lack of infrastructure and scarcity of employment. Dharmendra Kumar Rai, AIR News, Shillong.
This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. As part of a military-to-military exchange program between the Indian Army and Uzbekistan Army, the 4th edition of biennial training exercise DUSTLIK 2023 will be conducted from tomorrow till the 5th of March 2023 in Pithoragarh, Uttarakhand. The Indian contingent will be represented by the 14th Battalion, the Garhwal Rifles and part of Western Command in this bilateral exercise. The Uzbekistan Army will be represented by troops of the Northwestern Military District of Uzbekistan Army. This joint exercise is aimed at enhancing military capability to undertake multi-domain operations in a sub-conventional scenario under United Nations mandate. The last team of National Disaster Response Force NDRF has returned to India after completing the rescue operation in earthquake-hit Turkey under Operation Dost. External Affairs Ministry spokesperson Arindam Bagchi in a tweet said 3 teams of NDRF personnel and dog squads extended assistance to the earthquake-affected Turkey. The teams executed search, rescue and relief operations, including live detection in 35 work sites of Nurdagi and Antakya of Turkey. The Indian Embassy in Beijing and consulates in Guangzhou and Shanghai are celebrating International Year of Millets or IYOM 2023 with great enthusiasm. As part of IYOM 2023 celebrations, the Indian Embassy in Beijing collaborated with the Indian restaurants Taj Pavilion and Dastan to launch a Millet Food Week. The Food Week got underway to a wonderful start as both the Indian restaurants displayed their culinary skills through innovative millet dishes. The menu was a full millet course in both the restaurants, and the response from the old and new customers both was extremely encouraging. On the occasion, both Beijing restaurants, in collaboration with the Embassy, displayed information on International Year of Millets in the form of standees, millet competition posters, etc. A variety of millet samples were also displayed at the restaurants. The Indian Embassy in Beijing has lined up several events for the promotion of IYOM 2023, which includes a roundtable discussion on the International Year of Millets 2023 with the participation of Food and Agriculture Organization representative to China, among other dignitaries.
This international year is a timely reminder of this important crop, and it provides a unique opportunity to raise awareness and to direct policy attention to the nutritional and health benefits of millet consumption, the sustainability of millets for cultivation under adverse and changing climatic conditions, and creating sustainable and innovative market opportunities for many countries around the world for millets to benefit farmers and consumers globally.
Scientists have reported that the Antarctic Ocean area covered by ice has shrunk to a record low. It exposes the thicker ice shelves, buttressing Antarctica's ground ice sheet to waves and warmer temperatures. The National Snow and Ice Data Center in the United States said Antarctica's sea ice fell to 1.91 million square kilometers this week, the lowest extent since records began in 1979. The previous all-time low was set last year. India will take on Ireland in their last Group 2 match of the Women's T20 World Cup 2023 at St. George's Park, embark this evening. After the 11-run loss to England on Saturday, Team India are in second spot with 4 points from the 3 matches, behind England, which have qualified for the semi-finals. India need to improve their net run rate from the current plus 0.205. Therefore, the Harmanpreet Kaur-led side will now need not only a win against Ireland in its last group match, but also a big one to have any chance of filling up the remaining semi-final spot from Group 2. The BCCI has announced the squad for the remaining 2 test matches and the 3-match ODI series against Australia. The test squad remained the same except for one little change. The BCCI has sacked KL Rahul as the vice-captain of the test team following his below-par run over past 1 year. The BCCI has not named any vice-captain for the last 2 test matches. Indian pacer Jasprit Bumrah, who was doubtful for the test series against Australia, has not been named in the Indian squad for the 3rd and 4th matches of the high-profile Border-Gavaskar Trophy. India have retained the Border-Gavaskar Trophy for 4th straight time against Australia, as the hosts have now taken an unbeatable 2-0 lead in the 4-match series. If a series is drawn, the country holding the trophy retains it. India defeated Australia by 6 wickets in the second test in New Delhi yesterday. In a bilingual live phone-in program Public Speak at 9:30 tonight, we will bring you a discussion on stress-free examinations with Joint Secretary, Department of School Education and Literacy, Vipin Kumar. Listeners can ask questions to the expert on government initiatives for creating a stress-free atmosphere for students and other queries related to the school education. Listeners can seek answers from 9:30 p.m. onwards on telephone number 011-2371-7106 and 011-2331-4444. And now for a look at today's newspapers, it's over to Navneet Singh.
Thank you, Anuja. A front-page headline in the Pioneer quotes, Prime Minister Modi urging government employees to break silos and redress grievances with human touch. Hindustan Times notes, season's first heatwave alert issued already for Kutch and Konkan regions. Indians spent record $10 billion on travel abroad in April to December last year, more than any full financial year, reports the Times of India. Air India and Vistara kick off their integration process, reports the Economic Times. Government considers phased withdrawal of army from hinterlands of Kashmir Valley hinterland, cites the Indian Express. And finally, writing about Indian victory over Australia in the Border-Gavaskar series, the Indian Express says Aussies swept in 90 minutes, snatched second test, retained trophy. And with that, it's back to you, Anuja.
Thank you, Navneet. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. India's lunar mission Chandrayaan-3 achieves another milestone, clears key test on functioning of satellite in space. President Droupadi Murmu to embark on a 2-day visit to Arunachal Pradesh to grace Statehood Day celebrations today. India-Uzbekistan biennial military training exercise DUSTLIK 2023 to begin in Uttarakhand today. In cricket, India to take on Ireland in ICC Women's T20 World Cup at Gqeberha in South Africa this evening, and BCCI announces Indian squads for third and fourth test match of Border-Gavaskar Trophy and ODI series. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.